Hello everyone, this is Dr. Anju Singhal with the PPT of Lesson 4 of Book 1, and the name of the lesson is South Asia and the Contemporary World. It is clear with the name of the lesson that we will discuss about some South Asian countries in this chapter. This PPT is based on latest syllabus decided by CBSE Board for 2020-2021, and reference source is NCERT book and study material provided by CBSE Board. Now, here is content before you. First we will know about the complete chapter, that is introduction. Then what is South Asia? Which countries do we include in South Asian region? Then comes democratization in South Asia, and the countries we are going to study are Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, India, Bhutan. And the last topic is conflicts and efforts for peace. I have divided this PPT in two videos because otherwise it will be too lengthy for you to cover. So, in the first video, I will cover till Bangladesh, and rest of the topic will be covered in second video. Okay, right? Then, now let me start with the objectives of the topic. So, in this chapter, we will understand the nature of conflict and cooperation among different countries of the region. Since much of this is rooted in or conditioned by the democratic politics of these countries, we first introduce the region and the domestic politics of the same of the big countries in the region. Now, the introduction of the chapter. All the countries were colonies that became independent after 1945. As you know very well, that there was colonization, and the Britishers has colonized so many countries in the whole world, and the countries which became independent after 1945. Now, the one question was before them, which type of government they should adopt. Rivalry and goodwill, hope and despair, mutual suspicion and trust coexist in this turbulent region. Recently independent, so all these problems were there. Countries have no clearly demarcated international borders as they were under one colonial ruler. Borders assigned before grant of independence were not based on geographical or ethnic factors. Disputes continued due to arbitrarily defined borders. Countries also have disputes of sharing of river waters. That's a much prevailing problem. Domestic politics determines conflicts and cooperation in South Asia. Insurgency and wars have characterized the region. This is multiplicity of ethnic tribes and diverse cultures and regions. Ethnic strife on resources sharing and insurgency characterize the region. Now the next thing comes, and that is, what is South Asia? Which countries we include in South Asia? So the countries we are going to do are Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. We use South Asia to mean the 7 countries mentioned before. Do you know this? When we use this word, this term, South Asia, then of course we are talking about these countries. The 7 countries we just did, these 7 countries, okay? South Asia stands for diversity in every sense and yet constitutes one geopolitical space. The various countries in South Asia do not have the same kind of political system. All these 7 countries don't have same kind of political system. See, listen to me carefully. Where are parliamentary democracies? India and Sri Lanka. Presidential democracy, Maldives from 1968, and earlier there was Sultanate period. And the next example of presidential democracy is Bangladesh from 1972 to 1975 and from 1991 onwards. Then comes next type of political system, monarchy. So Bhutan has a monarch who is encouraging transition to multi-party democracy. Understood? And in Nepal, monarchy up to 2006. Democracy restored and king is now a nominal head. All these we are going to do in detail also. And the next type of government is military political system. In Pakistan, military dictatorship with a titular elected prime minister. Military rule followed by democracy after 1971. Next comes Bangladesh. Children, do you know Bangladesh was East Pakistan from 1947 to 1971. Beginning as parliamentary democracy, it changed to presidential form. In 1975, the first president was assassinated in a military coup. Dictatorship continued till 1991. Thereafter, multi-party based presidential form exist. Right? Now, our next topic is aspirations for democracy. As you know, there is a competition in the whole world. Every country wants to be called democratic country. But in reality, you know which country is really a democratic country and which is not. That you have done in detail in class 9th and 10th, you know. So, everyone aspires for democracy. A recent survey of the attitudes of the people of the 5 big countries of the region showed that there is widespread support for democracy in all these countries. they all of them support for democracy. Ordinary citizens, rich as well as poor, and belonging to different religions, view the idea of democracy positively and support the institution of representative democracy. Everyone, rich or poor, and the people of all the religions living in the country, they all support the institution of representative democracy. That's really a truth about these countries. They prefer democracy over any other form of government and think that democracy is suitable for their country. So the first country we are going to do here is Pakistan. The military and democracy in Pakistan. So सबसे पहले we'll see General Ayub Khan. After military takeover in 1966, then there comes General Yahya Khan. ISPA broke and Bangladesh emerged. Elected government in power. Then Zulfikar Ali Bhutto from 1971 to 1977. Jia deposed Bhutto in a military coup and declared martial law in 1977. Then there was General Ziaul Haq, and after him Benazir Bhutto. And as all we know that Benazir Bhutto was assassinated. Then General Pervez Musharraf. In 2001, he got himself elected as the president. About him you know very well. General Pervez Musharraf, you know very well because much discussed name in your course. And right now what we can say, Pakistan continues to be ruled by the army, though the army rulers have held some elections to give their rule a democratic image. They think, yeah, they are showing that because elections are held, so that is why they say that there is a democracy. So, what are the factors which have contributed to Pakistan's failure in building a stable democracy? The social dominance of the military, clergy and land-owning aristocracy has led to the frequent overthrow of elected governments and the establishment of military government. Whatever scenario in the previous slide you have seen, we are talking about that. Pakistan conflict with India has made the pro-military groups more powerful. These groups have often said that political parties and democracy in Pakistan are flawed, that Pakistan's security would be harmed by selfish-minded parties and chaotic democracy, and that the army's stay in power is therefore justified. So, just study the picture given here. What is Musharraf saying? I am always good at calculation. So, what does the cartoon depict? Dual role of Pakistan's ruler Pervez Musharraf as a president and as army general. What does it speak about? The cartoon speaks about dominance of one person military over than that of the president. What is the person in the cartoon trying to do? जैसा कि it shows the notion that Pervez Musharraf wants to command the administration and military of the country to strengthen its power. So that is the description of this cartoon. Just do it carefully. So next country is Bangladesh. Democracy in Bangladesh. As I told you before, Bangladesh was a part of Pakistan from 1947 to 1971. It consisted of the partitioned areas of Bengal and Assam from British India. The people of this region were against the domination of Western Pakistan and the imposition of the Urdu language. So, they began protests against the unfair treatment with the Bengal culture and language. They also demanded fair representation in administration and a fair share in political power. So in Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman led the popular struggle against West Pakistan domination. He demanded autonomy for the eastern region. In the 1970 elections in the then Pakistan, the Awami League, led by Sheikh Mujib, won all the seats in East Pakistan and secured a majority in the proposed Constituent Assembly. But the government dominated by the West Pakistani leadership refused to convene the assembly. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman secured the most of the seats, majority. He was in majority. Even then, West Pakistani leadership refused to convene the assembly. And after that, Sheikh Mujib was arrested. Under the military rule of General Yahya Khan, the Pakistani army tried to suppress the mass movement of Bengali people. And at that time in Bangladesh, thousands were killed by the Pakistan army. This led to a large-scale migration into India, creating a huge refugee problem for India. And that was a refugee problem. Countless people migrated to India, and there was a huge problem of refugees in India. The government of India supported the demand of the people of East Pakistan for their independence and helped them financially and militarily. That time, our government supported East Pakistan, that they want the independence, and we helped them and helped them financially and militarily also. This resulted in a war between India and Pakistan in December 1971 that ended in the surrender of the Pakistani force in East Pakistan and the formation of Bangladesh as an independent country. Like this, East Pakistan vanished, and it was now a new independent country named Bangladesh. Here's a chart. You can go through it. And this is about the Bangladesh. ठीक है? Okay. Now, monarchy and democracy in Nepal. Nepal was a Hindu kingdom in the past and then a constitutional monarchy in the modern period of many years. Common people of Nepal have wanted a more open and responsive system of government. But the king, with the help of the army, retained full control over the government and restricted the expansion of democracy in Nepal. But the king did not want that democracy की condition improve हो वहाँ पर. The king accepted the demand for a new democratic constitution in 1990 because of a strong pro-democracy government and the very famous rebellion. During the 90s, the Maoists of Nepal were successful in spreading their influence in many parts of Nepal. They believed in armed insurrection against the monarch and the ruling elite. This led to a violent conflict between the Maoist guerrillas and the armed forces of the king. So that was called triangular conflict. You may be asked, what is triangular conflict in Nepal? What do you understand by it? That can be a question for you. So, monarch, democrats and Maoists. Then, in 2022, the king abolished the parliament and dismissed the government. In April 2006, there were massive countrywide pro-democracy protests. The forces achieved their first major victory when the king was forced to restore the House of Representatives that had been dissolved in April 2002. And in 2008, Nepal became a republic. So, as I told you before, that in this video I will cover till Nepal, and so we have done that. It will become very lengthy video and you will get bored. So that is why I am stopping it now, and the rest of the lesson will be covered in my next video. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to view it till the last and like it and subscribe it. Thank you.